Macadams Convecta 8 oven is used for baking products in a bakery environment. In this video, we will be showing you the safe work procedures, operation, and cleaning of the Macadams range of equipment. As with all bakery equipment, the correct safe work procedures must be followed at all times to minimize potential hazards and workplace injury. Knowing how to correctly inspect, operate, clean and maintain and protect yourself while operating the Convecta 8 oven is essential for your safety and the safety of other employees. Ensure you're wearing the correct personal protective equipment. Always make sure that the work area is clear of any obstacles or hazards. Inspect the oven by checking that the electrical cable and plug are undamaged and in safe working order, that the inside of the oven is clean and free of any obstacles, that the runners that the baking pans are placed on are clean and securely in place, and that the baking pans being used are clean and that they are 400 by 600 millimeters in size, which is the correct size for the oven. Now switch the oven on and observe how it behaves. Listen to how the motor sounds and be aware of any unusual burning smells coming from the oven. If you identify any potential hazards during your inspection, do not use the oven. Report your findings to your supervisor immediately. Working to your recipe, prepare the products intended for baking and place them on the baking pan. But do not place the pans in the oven yet, as the oven needs to preheat to the correct temperature. Up to 8 pans can be placed inside the oven. To operate the Convecta 8 oven, turn it on. This will start the heating process. Use the electrical controls to manually program the baking temperature. The oven will steadily climb from its current temperature to the target temperature you have set, indicated on the display unit. When the oven reaches its target temperature, open the oven door using the isolated handle. Always stand behind the door when you open the oven, as built-up heat and steam is expelled by the release of pressure when you open the door. Working quickly but carefully, slide each oven pan into place by holding the pan firmly towards the rear with both hands and sliding it along the runners on the inside of the oven. Close the oven door once all of the pans have been loaded in securely. Set the time to start the baking procedure. The oven must not be disturbed while products are being baked, as this will affect the quality of the product. Once the time has elapsed, the oven will let off a constant buzz to alert the operator that the set baking time is complete. Open the door, ensuring you stand behind it at all times. Wearing appropriate oven gloves, remove each pan and place it on a heat-resistant surface. Close the oven door immediately after removing the baking pans in preparation for baking the next batch. Repeat the procedure outlined above for each batch of baking required. Once the final batch has been baked, turn the oven off and leave the oven door slightly ajar so that it can cool down. Cleaning the Convecta 8 oven is the next major step. Doing so daily is important preventative maintenance that ensures the proper operation of this machine. It is important to follow your company's prescribed cleaning schedule. Once the oven has cooled down, clean the outside and the side panels with a moist, clean cloth soaked in warm soapy water, taking care not to allow any moisture to come into contact with the electronic controls. The glass in the oven's door is double layered. First, clean the outer layer of the glass, then release the lock mechanism on the front pane using a flat object to expose the inner layer. Gently wipe down both sides of the inner glass pane. Now, dry the outside of the oven and the glass panes thoroughly. Use a damp cloth soaked in warm, soapy water to clean the inside of the oven, ensuring not to make any contact with the probe inside the chamber. The runners that the baking pans are placed on should be cleaned once a week. To clean the runners, remove them from the inside of the oven and wash them in a basin of hot soapy water. When you are sure that the oven has been thoroughly cleaned and dried, sanitize it and allow to air dry. Do a final inspection of the Convecta 8 oven, ensuring it is still in good working condition. If there's any fault or damage, report it to your supervisor immediately. Always follow the correct safe work procedures to